Welcome to US Tzu Chi 360 Snapshots. I'm Ginger Chang. Today, I bring you more updates on Tzu Chi's ongoing relief efforts nearly 4 weeks after Superstorm Sandy. Of the distribution sites, one of them has been the Church of St. Charles, and joining me today is Father Anthony. Welcome, Father Anthony.
Thank you, welcome.
So much of the physical damage has been covered due to Hurricane Sandy. However, the trauma itself has taken a toll on the victims. So can you tell me, how can religion play a role in helping the victims during this time?
Actually, I'm originally from India, and I'm here working as a priest, Catholic priest, since 3 years. I witnessed in 2004, December 26, tsunami in India. We lost almost 1,000 people. When I see the devastation here of Sandy, I get the same feel. People have lost everything that belonged to them materially, but not hope. That hope is really saying something about the role of religion there. Still they have hope. God does not forsake them. So you will see people, this disaster has brought them together towards God, towards religion.
Tzu Chi is a Buddhist charity. You're a Catholic priest. Then what's the significance of having different religious faiths come together, especially now?
That's a beautiful question. A man whom I met one of these days as I was visiting these affected people and helping, he told me, "Father, the best thing I realize is the best of human beings come out in the worst of time." No sooner this Sandy happened, so many people came forward bringing their old clothes or bringing food from their kitchen prepared for these people who are affected, who are left out without anything. So that spirit is much more than mere religious identities. Now, as a Buddhist, you come together not as giving help to Buddhists, or not to just propagate your religion, but to propagate love.
Well, Father Anthony, we really appreciate this opportunity for us to work together, because our founder, Master Zheng Yin, believes that just by working together is essential to furthering our own spiritual practice. So thank you very much.
Very much. Thank you very much. And I am also impressed by your generosity from your side. And I heard that how your master, she encouraged everyone to contribute a penny a day, so that some 10 million members could contribute something. That money fund is used for such disaster relief things. It is something very noble and very great and compassionate thing. And I wish and pray this compassion and love for humanity may grow even beyond your religious sect, even with every human being. I wish and pray. I wish you all the best for your wonderful charitable work. May God bless you.
Thank you. And speaking of the spirit of humanity, we're now going to go see how the distributions here in Staten Island turned out.
I have nowhere else to go. Gone. No more house.
Everything gone, my cars, everything.
I need my neighbors back. It's like living in a ghost town. There's nobody here.
Superstorm Sandy hammered the coastal communities on Staten Island. Thus, Tzu Chi volunteers were determined that the storm-affected families here would receive the $600 cash cards.
希望在感恩节以前能够发掉更多，能够照顾更多的。所以最大的困难那个时候只有2天，我们怎么样把这个讯息传给所有的这些受苦难的受灾的大众？师兄一直去发传单，我们去拜会了社区，我们去看到路上的志工，他们都很发心，他们都好高兴说他们会去发给每一个受难的社区。
We're here for you the way you're here for us. You have our promise. We will make sure these get to the families that are in need.
还有教会，教会了解以后，基督教跟天主教，他们了解我们的这样子的爱心，他们都动员起来。
I really appreciate this a great gathering and great event You folks are lovely. Stick together, Tzu Chi Foundation or Catholic Church or Christian Church. We are the one. We are the one. Remember this. Thank you.
Well, nobody helps each other here in New York. Everybody's like, yeah, okay. Now everybody helps each other. With what happened here, how could you not? How could you not go out and help your neighbors? It changed my mind completely about how nasty everybody in New York is.
Since 8:30? So 3 hours. And we're still smiling.
It's wonderful that everyone's getting along, everyone's, coming together, the neighborhood. It's really nice.
We drove in from Long Island because I'm staying with family in Long Island right now. We got up this morning one time around about 3 a.m. and it was about a 2-hour drive, and we've been here since 5 o'clock.
It was good to stand in a room and see angels that help us. We appreciate it. We thank you so much. My faith in God is strong, so I have a strong mind. Otherwise, without faith, I don't have anything.
我很忧虑，今天的人来的不够。
How many you got today?
I got 1,100 people here. The line is doing well. Everyone's doing well. Everyone's happy. Everyone's excited that we're going to be back on our feet. I've counted 1,075 so far. You got to thank this gentleman. Smile. Oh, thank you guys.
我把我自己的心上达诸佛厅，希望我们慈济真的能够照顾。 希望真的诸佛菩萨护持，让更多的家庭能够因为我们这一次在感恩节的前周末，让我们的爱带给他们。
Staten Island, Staten Island. God bless everybody.
I'm number 1, and I came at 1:15.
We're number 2 on the line, and we've been here since 1:15 this morning.
I'm number 3. I've been here from 3 o'clock.
I'm number 4. I've been here since 3:30. I'm very cold. So I lost everything, my car, my furniture, my clothes, everything. So I really do need this card.
This is how I came. Wrapped up in my blanket. I have nowhere else to go. Water filled my whole apartment from floor to ceiling. Then the first floor, 3 feet. We had 15 feet of water in my house. These are the house keys to my house that are no longer there. Because at the end of the day, that's something that's the only piece I can really say I have left.
Difficult, extremely difficult. Personally, anything like expressing it or talking about it, but horrible. But today's a better day. Today's definitely a better day. Thanksgiving's coming. Yes, the cash card, it's huge. Yes, it helps. And just knowing that someone's out there that even cares, besides the dollar value of the card. So it's big, real big.
10306 zip code was hit hard. Like it looked as if Hurricane Katrina hit us.
在 Highland Boulevard 以下到海边的都是重灾区，听说这边灾区超过6000户。
We're trying to keep this as organized as possible. They're here helping us. Let's help them.
After waiting 9 hours since 1 a.m., Kathy was finally able to go in and be the first one to receive Tzu Chi's cash card.
Thank you so much.
Our charity foundation and helping if we have like angels, man. I just can't believe it. It's like people that that never met you a day in your life can be so generous. Other people that actually need it. And you guys are more than a foundation looking to help. You guys are guardian angels, I swear.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for the help. And once we get back on our feet, this bottle will go back. So thank you.
It restores your faith in humanity. There's beautiful people in this world. This is a good cry. I've had a lot of bad cries. This is a good one. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Joseph had showed up on November 17th, but since he lost all his personal documents, he was turned down. Yet he returned early the next day at 1 a.m. Knowing how long he had stood in the cold outside, volunteers couldn't bear to turn him away again. Once he finally received the cash card, Joseph told us it meant the world to him. Over 5,000 families received financial aid during the 3-day distribution on Staten Island. We hope our assistance has put people in good spirits and has enabled them to have a better Thanksgiving.
As you just saw in the first segment of the 2 locations Tzu Chi held distributions on Staten Island, one of them is Oakwood Heights Community Church, where I'm standing in front of right now. I'm very happy to have Pastor Larry with me. Welcome.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So the main coordinator of this time's distribution at your church on Staten Island was Brother Martin.
Right.
Okay. So when he first came through your church, he was a stranger coming in to offer help. So what were your thoughts at that time?
As a pastor, I have that confidence that we're doing the right thing, and that people will reach out, and all of them have been strangers. But I also go back to the gospel that says you reach out to your stranger. You reach out and suddenly they're not strangers very long once you shake their hand and give them a hug. You know, it didn't take very long for he and I to get along very well, I think. We both have sort of a sarcastic sense of humor, and it made it work. He made things very, very easy for us this week. So.
Then how about when you heard the plans of the distribution to actually go on?
So many of the homes in this area were destroyed. So many of the homes in this area, at the very least, lost basements and lost multiple cars but Oakwood Church was virtually skipped by Hurricane Sandy. We knew we were supposed to be here for a reason. We needed to figure out what that next reason was. And one of those is to be able to do the relief work. We didn't expect as big a relief work as Brother Marty and all of you guys helped with, but we're okay with that too. So it's been a blessing to us, and it's been a blessing to these amazing people that are trying so hard to get their lives back a little bit together.
Then, in a few words, now that the event is actually going on, can you describe it in a few words?
Sure. A bit overwhelming. It's to see things actually come to fruition. There's so many people that are still without power. What has been awesome about the foundation, amongst everything else, is the simplicity of it. To be able to say we can help people very, very quickly. These people have been run around with various things for weeks, and to just have someone say, okay, you got to stand in line and bring us very basic documents was a huge piece. To be able to let them have a little touch of peace of mind. Just a little, for a few minutes, to say that someone else cares, a whole different religion, if you will, cares, let's say, because that's something we talked about in the service earlier, was the cross between Catholicism and Protestant and Buddhist and the whole 9 yards. We find out we're all humans. We're just taking care of each other best we can.
Well, Pastor Larry, thank you very much. And Tzu Chi is here for you and the community here.
Thank you very much.
And now we turn to Long Island, where the residents there share the same sentiments as well.
Even though the residents of Long Island are considered middle or upper classes families, we still have to help them.
Again, everybody tends to forget about Long Island is New York. I asked somebody when I was on the road one time about Long Island, and they thought it was another country. I'm like, no, it's Long Island, New York.
Although considered one of America's most affluent neighborhoods, many of the residents suffered catastrophic damages when Superstorm Sandy hit New York.
This time was 2 feet of water in the house, so all the electricity is gone, all the walls are all wet, the wood floors they have to be all taken up.
People who live around the coastal area, even if they still have a house, after it was hit by the storm, all of their electrical devices can't be used. Everything needs to be thrown away. The whole floor, walls, it has to be taken away to rebuild.
Like our whole life savings is, you know it's about to be taken away from you.
They don't have the money, even if they have an insurance or the aid from the government, but in such a short time, they don't have the money to buy what they need.
Everything has to be rebuilt. Right now, we don't have anything.
So Master told us the cash cards that we give them is an emergency use. $600 is for their emergency needs.
Guided by the wise words of Master Zheng Lian, the Tzu Chi Long Island office held 2 cash card distributions for those in their backyard.
Today is Saturday. This is our second time distributing at the Borough School. And this time, the distribution scale is bigger than last time. So today we have more volunteers to join us.
所以我们今天的增加人手来做。
We have about 80 Tzu Chi volunteers, and we also have about 40 local volunteers.
外部的志工 local 的 people 呢，大概也有将近30。
We also contacted the supervisor of the town of Babylon to get all the households' informations that we need for the distribution.
所有人的名单。
The only way that we could get through a massive devastation like this is when we all come together, whether it be the government or private foundations like Tzu Chi. Government can't do this on its own. It's got to be friends and neighbors and family.
Really, all I did was put out a text message to my team. The response was immediate.
My dad got a bunch of volunteers to come down, mostly from our soccer club.
When do we need to be there? What do we need? So I think by the end of the day, we'll see upwards of 40 to 45 volunteers from the soccer league alone.
With everything prepared, the distribution began and the first few people were led into the venue.
With this money, I hope to get formula for the baby and diapers, and then buy toothpaste.
We're gonna use the money mainly for food, to replenish what we've lost there. You hear a lot about charities and stuff like that, but when you're affected, you really don't know how everything kind of comes together and works. So that's the moving part about it. It's that we got the help we needed today.
I thank the Buddhist people so much. Okay, and I hope that everything comes back to you guys tenfold.
Han. Thank you, Tzu Chi. God bless you. Buddha bless you. Even better. Thank you.
We next go to Garrettson Beach, a little peninsula community in Brooklyn that took on an unexpected 5 to 8 feet storm surge. So far, the feedback we've heard from the residents is that they feel forgotten. But Tzu Chi wants to let them know that they're not alone.
I just want to welcome all of you, and I'm so happy that you could come into our school today, and I know many of you still don't have heat, so I'm glad that you're in a warm place. Seeing the destruction from the storm, and yet I spoke to parents who still said they felt blessed that the organization has come here, Tzu Chi, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, to help people they don't even know, and to truly give with their hearts.
Thursday after the storm, some of the teachers met up here, and we would go to these houses that were cleaning out everything, and we'd ask them if they needed anything, and they'd say, well, could you bring us a blanket? And then we'd bring a blanket, and then they'd turn around and give us a bag of food to give to somebody else. So one of the good things that happened is you saw how good people are. I couldn't believe that people that knew nothing about us and total strangers were so willing to come and help. I thought it was a very beautiful thing.
The English language does not have a word for what's inside your heart that you want to express. For the people who helped you and are saving your life, it's the most beautiful, beautiful miracle that people like you exist, and everybody who gives.
She said really thank you me, and she said she mentioned the things happened to her house. All we can do is just make them feel better. Yeah.
My name is Vincent Mezzatesta. I am the captain of the Garrettson Beach Volunteer Fire Department. The water came from both ways at the same time. It came from the ocean and it came from our canal that's down here, so it kind of met in the middle. I haven't been to the house in 4 days now. This is my house. Me and my wife and both kids lived here for the past 6 years, and unfortunately I don't know if we'll be able to go back. At first we could walk. It was about chest high, and by the time we got down to the end of the avenue, it was practically swimming. Most people don't understand community. This community is very, very close. We all care about each other. There's a lady that lives over there. She's disabled. She lays in a hospital bed. I go over there and check her blood pressure every day. So it's community.
until this week, this community has been pretty lost. Well, what do I do? What do I do? What kind of resources do I have? You know, you come around and people tell you, hey, listen, this gear is designed for water. You're okay. It's not designed for that. A lot of the help that was here said, we're here primarily for the residents. We're not here for the businesses. But, you know, I'm a part of the community. I've been here for 7 years. I spend more time here than I do at home.
We've been here for more than 8 years, right? And unfortunately, no insurance, no flood insurance. My insurance came and take a look at it and they didn't cover the flood insurance. Yeah, so we're just trying to clean up, waiting for some help to come from the government. We've been struggling. We've been helping each other. My parents are helping, my brother helping. It's considered Zone B over here. It's supposed to be Zone A because we are near the water.
We should have been evacuated from the beginning. Thank God we didn't lose many people. I think the total in Gerritsen Beach was 4 people perished. Though any people's life loss is horrible, other places lost a lot more. It was a little bit too late when they asked us to leave. The water was already 3 to 4 feet high, and then the city expected us to evacuate 2,400 homes. It's not possible. It's not possible to do that under 3 days' notice.
That's the second time, last year and this year. Yeah, and I don't want to go anywhere. Just want to stay in the house. Yeah, at least I got the top here. I got a roof. Yeah, and then to stay. That's cold, but yeah, still. Yeah, I will not leave.
那但是今天早上我走出来，看那个天气空气的，然后我看到一帮年轻人，那他们问我 ，You need help? I said, Oh, what you could do for me? And then they said, Yeah, we could come to clean up. And I said, Really? And then they just take my number, and then they call half an hour, all come to show up. 你们慈济的来了，那我看到他们啊，我们中国人也来了，我很开心哦。回家打电话给我妈妈了，我跟她说了，今天我要去看看慈济，那我打算回家给她个电话，叫她放心。我真的很感动。
Everyone who volunteers, it's just what we do. That's who we are. I haven't had time to stop.
Sandy made people see that simple things became difficult to do and that ordinary worries became trivial. Yet signs of hope and recovery are showing. Tzu Chi volunteers will remain committed to the restoration process to help storm-affected families start anew. I'm here at Oakwood Heights Community Church on Staten Island. I'm Ginger Chang, and I'll see you next week.